getting new. So we're dealing with this situation right now. Do you see the look on her face, dude? She looks like a fucking psychopath. She's like a goddamn teacher and shit, dude. Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
Sub. You might have thought it was going to be an easy day at school. Maybe they wheel in a TV and you could watch a movie and that was it. Well, that is not the case that played out in Lake County, Florida, when students there had a substitute teacher. According to police, this teacher's erratic behavior didn't begin when officers arrived. Witness accounts accused her of yelling, making inappropriate gestures, and even assaulting a student before officers intervened. Now, you caught a glimpse of the incident caught on police body cam, and we're going to get into all of this footage that was released by the department here in just a moment. But we also have the official police report from the Lake County Sheriff's Office revealing crucial details about this case that could potentially lead to a more complicated legal process. And that's something we're going to break down here with trial attorney Krista Ramey here in a moment. But let's backtrack. Let's set the scene. We're at Lake Mineola High School, serving roughly 2,300 students, grades 9 through 12 in Mineola, Florida, which is roughly a 30-minute drive from Disney World. Now, according to the police report, on the morning of April 20th, a request was broadcasted over the school radio for an administrator to respond to a classroom. Not long after, at around 10:20 in the morning, a school resource officer received a crisis staff alert and responded to the area where it was coming from. Here's what that resource officer relayed to a nearby conference room.
My other deputy, this is a 2-deputy high school. My other deputy was already in the classroom with the teacher, and the kids were already out by the time I got there.
Okay.
The teacher was just going crazy, yelling random things, yelling at us, telling us to read papers, just stuff like that.
The substitute teacher, identified as 42-year-old Angela Jordan, is now face-to-face with officers, allegedly acting erratically and making disorganized statements that didn't make sense. At one point,
Dude, hell yeah, man. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Yeah, right. I gotta take a break for a second. Yeah, right. Bing, 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 bing.
the report says that she even told the officers to, quote, put her in prison for life. And now here's how the confrontation went down inside the classroom, originally beginning with attempted mediation by the principal.
Those are your words, ma'am. Okay, so I'm not going to use them against you. I just want to know what you need from us. What do you need from us? If you're not going to cooperate, ma'am, we're going to escort you out of this building. We do not need to have this going on. Is a student start this?
Can you imagine
Were you having trouble in that regard? We need to know, ma'am. Okay, she's not going to answer. She needs to leave the premises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you please escort her
Yep.
out?
Grab your stuff. You're leaving.
Oh, the first thing I need to get is that piece of paper, sir.
No, you're grabbing your stuff and you're leaving.
Oh, then please grab my stuff because I am not a threat and I will not be killed when I'm
Grab
with
your
my
stuff and you're leaving.
Okay, then my hands are tied, please.
Grab your
Grab
stuff.
it. Can
and
you
you're
grab it?
leaving.
Because I already got tased by the police
Grab
and I
your
double dare
stuff
you.
and you're
I
leaving.
already been tased by the police.
If I have to tell you again, you're going to go to jail for trespassing.
Dude, she looks like she got tased by the fucking police, dude. Like, fucking hell yeah, man.
They
That's
ask you to
fine.
leave. Grab
That's
your
fine.
stuff.
I already got tased by the
Grab
police in Pine
your
Hill.
stuff. I'm not in Pine Hills.
Okay, then you won't listen
Grab
to what
your
I
stuff.
said.
Grab your
Then you're
stuff.
gonna say I was a
Grab
threat.
your stuff.
You thought there was a weapon, right? Then
Grab
you're gonna
your
say I was
stuff.
a threat. Go, it's right there. I told you.
This
I'm
is your last
retarded.
chance. Grab your stuff.
Holy fucking
Do it your way.
All right.
That's great. It's time. It's time. Because you can't even answer, you can't even do one instruction I asked for. No problem. Thank you, Jesus. It's time. I'm ready.
Okay, Robert. That's your 20.
Yup. That's my water, my lunch box.
My office.
And I need my
No,
piece
no,
of
just
paper.
go ahead.
for proof. And I need my piece of paper that's up
You
there
do.
for
I'm
proof.
just telling what's wrong with you.
And I need my water bottle, please, sir.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I'm not gonna, I need that piece of paper.
Can you imagine waking up like this and just like this is how your day is gonna go, dude? Like shit.
No
Let's
problem.
go.
So this situation is intense to say the least. A substitute teacher in charge of high school students now in a standoff with police that eventually leads to an arrest right inside the classroom. Now you might be wondering, what prompted all of this alert by staff members in the first place? Here's what the resource officer continued to describe after the fact.
That we ended up taking her out, and then later we learned that she put him.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe
Yeah.
where you can do whatever you want. You can have really
know.
relaxed, slow paced stuff where you can take it easy. Or you could be on the edge of your seat, shaking, making split second decisions.
I don't really know how to edit yet.
This is Eve. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it, go for it.
Yeah. I guess she got mad. There's a video, so I got to see some of the beginning. I guess she got mad on the phone, for the school's phone, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Started yelling, started dancing provocatively in the classroom, telling them that she used to be a prostitute, stuff like that. It's just very random things. We don't understand what was going on exactly.
So now we're learning more details about what allegedly took place here inside the classroom with students still present. And it starts with Jordan appearing upset while on the school's phone. Now the officer here gives a brief summary of what was relayed to him by witnesses, but the police report goes into even more specifics. Quote, through statements and investigation, it was learned that prior to our arrival, Miss Jordan had been acting erratically inside the classroom. She was yelling, screaming, and slamming her hands on a desk. She began dancing in a sexually suggestive manner, twerking, and made inappropriate statements to students, including telling them that she would
man.
engage in sexual activity
couldn't
with
I have a
them
teacher
and referring to
that
herself
believed
as a $1 million prostitute. But that's not all that happened, police say. Here's what the school resource officer continued to describe.
The kids ended up leaving class because another teacher heard it, and I guess they escorted them over to another classroom, from what I gathered, because that happened before I got there. And then on the way, explained that she was one of the last ones to leave, and that's when the teacher walked up, put her hand on top of her head, kind of touched the back of her head, and you can say the rest.
So the student seen in the video has her face blurred for protection, but according to police, she was allegedly assaulted by Jordan as this situation was going down. In the body cam video, the student's voice is muted, but we have a written statement included in the police report, and here's what she described in part, quote, students left, and I was one of the last students, and she was yelling at me and called me the B word. Then she put her hands on my head and back of my neck, then moved her hands to my throat. Once the teacher knocked on the door, she walked away, and I got pulled.
Dude, fucking people are crazy, man. People are fucking crazy. I don't know. Like, how do they get these fucking jobs? Like,
pulled into another class. Now, the allegations from this student, they're shocking, certainly scary. What a scary situation for a teenager to be in. An authoritative figure that is supposed to be keeping students safe, now accused, calling a student a derogatory term, and then allegedly attempting to strangle her. And the report states that deputies did in fact observe red marks on the victim's neck consistent with being forcibly grabbed. According to Jordan's court docket, she is facing charges of disrupting peace by interfering with school administrative functions, disturbing peace, and battery. Now, when you hear that and you think back to what this student was saying to the point where she allegedly had red marks on her neck, you might be wondering, why aren't the charges more serious?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna cut this video short because I don't feel like making a 30-minute video type fucking shit, dude. I can figure out how to do it. Like, oh,